Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad. This is the Firefighter's Financial Toolbox. Today we're going to talk about sequence of return risks. Now, I know a lot of you think that you can stay 100% stocks your whole career in investing and be fine, but I'm going to show you some examples. We're going to go into Portfolio Visualizer, and I'm going to show you some examples of if you had done that at certain times, you actually would have lost out a significant amount of money. All right, let's get in there. In Portfolio Visualizer, and we're going to start. Let's take a look at the last 10 years. Let's go back to 2012. Oops. Now we're going to use the same funds for all these so that it's a comparison. So back 2012 to 2012. So let's say that we started and we had $50,000 in our fund, and every year we added another $5,000. Okay, we rebalanced it annually, and that's all. So we're going to use VFINX, which is the Vanguard 500 index. And the first one we're going to have is 100% stocks. Next we're going to use is VFINX again. This time we're going to have a portfolio that's 75% stocks, 25% bonds, and that's going to be VBMFX. And lastly, let's do VFINX at 50% and 50% for bonds as well. Now, I know bonds are out of favor right now. I get that, you guys, but let's just take a look. So in the last 10 years, as you would expect, the stock-heavy portfolio outperformed by a lot. In fact, the difference is almost 347,000 to 213,000. So that's a no-brainer, right? We know early in our careers we want to have more stocks. All right, so let's talk about sequence of return risk. Now let's go back and say that we started the same experiment in 97. Let's go 97. So in 1997 we started, and we were going to retire in 2012. So again, 15 years, right? Say we started again with $50,000. And every year we added another 5,000. Same things being equal. Again, let's go VFINX. And let's start with the 100% again. As I promised, VFINX. This time we're going to be, again, 75, 25. And that was the VBMFX, which is the total bond market. And lastly, we'll do our 50-50 one more time. Now, this is thinking that this person, let's say that in 1997 they were 50. And they're more concerned about not losing too much, because a big crash could be a big difference. Now, you guys, I'm using these funds because they go back this far. So let's see, we started again $50,000 with our initial balance in 97. We had 15 years left until we retired. Now let's look at the difference. The 50-50, 50% bonds, 50% stocks actually outperformed by about $12,000. Now, if we look at the best year down here, we see the best year with the 100% was over 33%. Awesome. The 75-25 got about 27.25, and our best year with 50-50 was only 21%. But here's where the difference is. The worst year. The worst year was 37% if you were all in stocks. If you had 75%, you had 26.5. But if you were half and half, you lost less than 16%. So let's scroll down a little bit here, and I want to look at the years. Okay, so you see these three here, you guys? That's called the dot-com bubble. So in the late 90s, you were screaming with stocks. You were getting huge returns. And then the dot-com bubble hit, and you lost 9%, and you lost 12, and then in 2002 you lost over 22%. But if you had it, look, in 2000, you actually were positive if you had 50-50. So come back up to 2008. This was the second one. This was the Great Recession, they called it. I remember this one distinctly. Now, again, 37% loss, 26.5%, or less than 16%. And this is why, had you been retiring at this point, you were better off being 50% stocks, 50% bonds. Now, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I'm saying it's something to think about, that when you get closer to retirement, sequence of return risk can really greatly affect how much money you're going to have in retirement. What do you guys think? How many of you think you can stay 100% stocks until you retire? Let me know in the comments. Hope you got something out of this. If you did, you guys do me a favor, drop me a like. It really helps the algorithm. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I try to make a video at least once a week. I've been gone for a while, but I'm hoping to get back into it. All right, we'll see you. Thanks.